Have you got your chemistry papers? Chemistry. One bio and chemistry.
Where?
How many are absent today? Asta is not there. Last
Yes, ma'am. She has come today. Now she might have.
and someone else know who is?
Right.
And Raj.
And Raj. Please.
You sit in the places that were allotted to you. Don't keep on moving from here to there. You two will not sit together. You will definitely not sit together. Gufran, you come. Or you come in. You go in. Yeah, we'll continue with our discussion on hydrocarbons. Can we please keep our papers inside?
Yes.
Keep it inside, we can discuss about it later. Pack your papers and keep it inside. Last time I was talking to you regarding hydrocarbons. Do you remember? What is a hydrocarbon? Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Are you ready with your notebooks? Hydrocarbon, that means it has got only hydrogen as well as carbon. Okay, we are not talking about oxygen or nitrogen or something like that. So we said hydrocarbons are of three types. I asked you to draw three tables. Alkane is over, alkene is over, and now we were doing alkyne with the bell gland. Okay, if you look at alkyne, I'm just quickly doing number of carbon. For the first one, obviously there is no such thing, because when you're talking about an alkyne, it means that there is a triple bond between the two carbon atoms, and your general formula is CnH2n minus 2. Have you made a note of it? Make a note of it. CnH2n minus 2. Can you all see? Kaushik, from there, can you see this one? What about you, beta? Can you see this? Okay. So we are going to draw the structural formula as well as the molecular formula. So I have given you, for the first one, obviously there is no such compound. If there are two carbons, how are we going to draw? And we need to indicate that there is a triple bond. This is how it is going to be. This also we have finished. We have completed in our notebooks there.
Ma'am, what was the general formula for alkene?
Alkane, see, I'll put up everything once again. Once I finish this, I'll put it up. Third one also we have completed.
CnH2.
Last one. Third one we have completed.
CnH2.
So 1, 2, 3. If there are three carbons, we draw 3. Look at your books. Have we done that? Third one we have completed.
So we are done the third.
Yes.
Second one.
So we can put 3 triple bonds, 1 single bond. Now let's try to see how we are going to fill up the hydrogens. Look at the board. First carbon. 3 lines are already there. It requires 1 more. Look at this carbon. Does it require a hydrogen? No. 3 plus 1, 4 are already there. Look at the last carbon. 3. So I'm going to draw 3 more lines, which means to say 3 more hydrogen carbons are required. So now we are going to write down the formula C and H. How many carbons? 1, 2, 3. How many hydrogens? You've got 3 plus 1, 4. C3H4. Okay. Do you remember? One carbon is what? Meth. Two carbon? Eth. Three?
Prop.
Prop. Four?
Good.
But. Five? Pen. Pen. Six? Hex. So अभी ये क्या हुआ? Three carbon. So what is it? Prop. So you will write prop, and the ending is yne, so it is going to be propyne. Did you understand? How will you write prop? And yne. Now I'll write the four carbon here. That part maybe you want to use. If there are four carbon, we start writing like this. Okay. So there are two methods of drawing it. I'll show you both the methods. First method, I can put it here. Okay. Because we are talking about an alkyne, so obviously it has to have a triple bond. So let's see. In between, obviously, we have a single bond. Now we'll try to fill up the hydrogen. Don't look at the table, it is very confusing. I'm going in a very systematic manner, copy down what I tell you. Look at the first one. How many hydrogens? One. This carbon? No. This carbon?
Yes.
Two.
How many? Two. Okay. This carbon? Three. 1, 2, 3. Formula क्या होगा? 1, 2, 3, 4. C4
H6.
H 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now you look at the general formula Cn H2n minus 2. Cn H2n minus 2. What is the number of n here? 4. Samjha? Everybody? What does that n tell us? N tells us the number of carbon atoms. So in this particular case, it is 4. 2n is how much? 8. 8 minus 2? 6. So the formula is you understand? Cn H2n minus 2. Okay, so this is one of the structures that I have drawn. I told you there are two structures. Don't write anything now. Don't go to C5. Don't go to C5. Now I am showing you the other structure that you can draw. Now pay attention. Okay, we are still at 4 carbon. So 1, 2, 3, 4. In this structure, where is the triple bond between the first carbon and the second carbon? I also have an option of putting it here. What is this? Second carbon and third carbon. And carbon. Okay. So you can have a triple bond between the first and second. You can also put a triple bond between the second and the third. Okay. Now let us see how we are going to fill up the hydrogens. Okay. First, kitna hoga?
3.
1, 2, 3. Yahan?
No.
No. Here?
No.
No. Why? Because there are already 4 bonds. 1, 2, 3 there. Okay. 1, 2, 3. See the formula? C4 H6. You see that? Both the ways you can write, the molecular formula will be the same, but the structural formulas are different. Understood? You can understand. Formula is the same, no? C4 H6. Here also C4 H6. Molecular formula is the same. Whether you draw this structure or this structure, the molecular formula will remain the same. Only the structure will be slightly different. Okay. So what are they called? They are called as structural isomers. What are they called? Structural isomers. So these such type of compounds which have got different structures but the same molecular formula are called as structural isomers. Okay, come on, write down. Make a note of it. Put a star and write structural isomers. Write down. Molecules with similar molecular formula Molecules. You can use the word molecules, or also you can use the word compounds. Write down as compounds. Compounds having
Can you repeat?
compounds having similar molecular formula but different structures with similar molecular formula but different structures are called, what are they called?
Structural isomer.
They are called as structural isomer. Iso means what? Similar.
Structure.
What is similar here?
The molecular formula.
Molecular formula is similar. What is different? The structure is different. Ah, yes, very good. Now, look at the board, everyone. In the first one, I have put it between the first and the second, the triple bond. The second one, I put it between the second and the third. Now, I am giving you another option. Can we have this?
Yes.
Is that possible?
Yes.
Is this structure different from this structure?
Yes.
What do you feel?
Yes.
Okay, now all of you look at me very carefully. Imagine I've got 4 carbons here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? In the first structure, I have put a triple bond between the first and the second. What if I change it like that? Does it become this structure? Okay? So this structure and this structure is the same. Did you understand? All that I have done is, I have taken this as first carbon, second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon. So when I turn it around, it still remains as first carbon, second, third, and fourth. Sanjay, everyone? Okay. So this and this is the same. So there is no need for us to draw this at all. Okay. So as the number of molecules keep on increasing, you can have different variations. So, but for our 10 standard, up to 5 is more than sufficient. Got it? Okay. So now we have finished with our alkane, alkene, and alkyne. Once again, I'll just give you a summary of everything. Quickly take it down. First one, alkane. Formula will be what? CnH2n plus 2. Alkane में क्या है? Single bond. Second one, alkene. Quickly take it down. I'm going to rub it out in 2 minutes time. CnH2n, which means that it's a double bond. Third one, alkyne. CnH2n minus 2. Very good. So you have a triple bond present between the carbon atoms. That's the summary of your hydrocarbons. Okay. Easy? Easy till now? Okay. Anyone has a little difficulty? Till now it is easy? Right. Finished? So far we have been talking about hydrocarbons, and you find that most of them are long, simple chains. Okay? But it is also possible that you can find a branched structure like this. Did you notice? How many carbons here? 1, 2, 3, 4. How many carbons here? 1, 2, 3, 4. But is this the same?
No.
What is happening? It's branching out like a tree. As a tree is having a branch, it is a branch structure. Okay? So, the beauty of organic compounds is that they can be straight chains, they can be branches, or it can also be present in the form of a closed structure. For example, this. How many carbons? 4. Once again, 4. But are all the structures the same? This is a straight unbranched chain. This is a branched chain. This is a closed chain. Have you followed? If it is a closed chain, then we will use this word cyclo, just as a cycle.
Cyclo
Or butane. Butane, correct. And because there are four, we'll start with but. There are single bonds which are present, so this becomes a butane. Did you understand? Okay? Yeah? Okay. So we have different structures. We may give you a structure and ask you to name it, or we'll give you a name and you will have to be drawing it. Is that okay? Now, take it up. I want you to draw without discussion. Quickly. Hexa. What does it tell us? 6 carbon head. Ane. What does it tell us? Single bond, double bond, triple bond. What is it? Ane. Single bond. Okay, so this is single bond. Cyclo. Cyclo में क्या है? It's like a wing.
carbons are like
You draw it like, yeah, it is correct. You show it like a honeybee.
ma'am, like this.
Yes, yes. Yeah. Draw it like this. Draw it like this. Like a beehive. How will you have a beehive? Yes, exactly. That's right. Draw it like this. Because it's the most stable structure. Okay. So what comes here? You got carbon. Okay. And now we have to balance our hydrogen. We have to balance the hydrogen. We have to put hydrogen, right? Look at one carbon. Look at the board, everyone. One carbon. It already has 2 bonds. How many more bonds it needs? It requires 2 more bonds. So you will draw 2 more bonds with hydrogen. Okay. Here also you will draw 2 more hydrogen. Similarly, you will draw here, here, and here. Okay? You will also write down the formula. This is the structural formula. Why? Because we are drawing the structure.
C6H4.
If I am writing what is the molecular formula,
H14. C6H4.
C6,
H14.
count the number of hydrogens.
Ma'am, formula.
12, not 14.
12 plus 2, 14.
5 plus 2, is it an alkane?
Yes, ma'am.
Is it an alkane? It is a cyclo. Because the ends are not free. 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, obviously it is 12. So your hydrogen is 12. Okay? Virat, your problem. Why is it not 14? Abhi dekho. I'm using the same thing. Okay? Now, all of you will draw hexane. I'm not asking you to draw cyclohexane. Okay? Now draw hexane. All of you draw hexane and tell me. Hexa is 6, ane is single bond. So what will you draw like this? And tell me what is the formula?
And C6H14.
C6. Very good. C6H14. Because it's an alkane.
Oh, so ma'am, like these 2 ends are not.
Yes. So when you take the 2 ends and bind it together, obviously 2 hydrogens have to be less. Correct, correct. They understood. They understood. You keep it up. Correct? Hexane you write. Write on the formula now. C6H14. Did you all get that? Okay. Is this a cyclostructure? What is it? Chain, straight. Yeah, it is a straight chain structure. Okay. Now I am drawing another structure for you. Look at the board. How many carbons?
6.
How many carbons? C6. Now see what I'm doing. What did I put? Alternate double bond and single bond. It is a cyclostructure, but having alternate double and single. Now let us see hydrogens. How many hydrogens here? 1, 2, 3 हो गया. I have to put one more. Here 1, 2, 3 हो गया. 1. Here 1. Okay. Formula क्या होगा?
C6.
H6. C6H6. Okay. Okay. Is this the same structure as this? You can immediately make out that it is different. Structure is different. Okay. Formula is different. बोलो क्या है? बोला. बोल. No. If you have a doubt, please ask. Yes. है ना? This is. ये क्या है हमारा? Benzene. Have you heard of benzene? It's a solvent.
Highly reactive.
It is a solvent. It's an organic solvent. Okay. You will not have many such structure. एक structure है बस. Only one structure. Okay. So what is the difference? It is capable of forming. That is what I'm saying. Why there are millions of such type of compounds? Because carbon is having tetravalency and it can form different type of structures. It is like, let us say you having a long chain like this. Chain है, यहाँ hook है. So what happens is we hook like that. So obviously दो hydrogen तो निकलेगा ना. Okay? Okay. Now if I'm asking you to write down the difference between these two structures, what will you write?
And then
Molecular formula. And what will you write? Only single bonds here. Here you will write alternate single and double bonds. Quite noted. Quickly. Just note down. Only single bonds. Molecular formula तो आपने लिख लिया है. Have you all done it or no?
Yes.
Here please make a note as alternate single and double bonds. And you have written the formula. Is it easy till now?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Shall I wrap this out? I hope everybody has taken it down. So far we have read about alkene and alkyne, and we realize that we are talking in terms of bonds, single bond, double bond and triple bond. Functional groups are when one of the hydrogens can be replaced by one element or it can also be by a group of elements. You understanding what I'm saying? For example, if I put, what is this?
Methane.
Is everyone okay with that? Okay, what will be the formula? CH4. Correct? It is CH4, which is methane. Look at the board very carefully. Now what am I doing? I am taking out one hydrogen and I am replacing it with another group. This is a functional group. Okay? That OH group is what is known as an alcohol. Respiration, you have read?
Yes.
Anaerobic respiration में एक alcohol है. So what is this? It's an alcohol.
So it should be.
One minute. I'm showing you format. Okay. So this is methane. Okay. What is the ending here? Or. So what will happen?
C2H5OH.
I'm talking about that. इसके बाद में बोलते हैं. Nol. Samjha? So what have I done now? I have cut out this E and I have put an ON, on. Understood? Methanol. Next will be what? Ethanol. Next is what? Propanol. Propane से हो गया? Propanol. Butane से हो गया? Butanol. Very good. Next. Okay. So once you substitute one of the hydrogens with a functional group like alcohol, you get a series of them. Okay. So that is what is known as a homologous series in your textbook. What is a homologous series? Did you see that? Okay. Come on, write down. Homologous series. All of you write down. A series of compounds. I'll draw this afterwards for you. Don't worry about it. First take down whatever I'm telling you. A series of compounds in which the same functional group, a series of
compounds in which same.
a series of compounds in which the same functional group substitutes for hydrogen in a carbon chain is called a homologous series.
Homologous.
Got it? Got it? Okay. So let's say the homologous series for alcohols. First carbon का क्या होगा? मीथेन. मीथेन से क्या होगा? मेथनॉल. Yes. Methane से होगा methanol. Did you see the ending?
Yes.
Because it is all. How will it be? 1. These are all hydrogens. Only one will be OH. So it is CH3OH. Can we write it as C4O?
No.
Can I write it as CH4? Anyway, there are 4, no? 3 plus 1, 4O.
No. Structure is different.
Structure is so different. Look at the board, everyone. Look at the board. I cannot write down this. Why? Because these hydrogens are different and this hydrogen is different. Okay, so I have to indicate that functional group ka separate. Kaushik, your board is here. Right? Next one. All of you take it down. I'm putting it up for you. Come on. 2 carbon. Ethanol. Ethane से हो गया ethanol. What will it be? 2 carbon. One of the hydrogens I'm going to put an OH. The rest of it will be the same. Formula क्या होगा?
C2H5OH.
Very good. So this OH is separate. C2H5OH. Now this is what you have come across in your anaerobic respiration, fermentation, for example. Third one, can you do it on your own? Methane, ethane. Next वाला क्या होगा? Propane. Propane से हो गया?
Butane.
Propane से कौन सा अल्कोहल होगा? Propanol. Propanol. 3 carbon. Write down third carbon.
C3H7.
And so on and so forth. Okay? Then you know how to do the things. understood the concept? Anybody who has a problem here? Formula क्या होगा इधर?
C3H
H. Count.
9.
There's an OH also. So यहाँ क्या होगा?
I'm 9 over
7.
God.
7. Right now, solving with AP.
Now, very carefully look at the board, everyone. Am I too fast in it?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Okay. Now see this. What is the difference between these two?
OH.
Difference. Carbon का क्या होगा? One carbon.
CH2.
There's a difference of two hydrogens. One carbon has increased and two hydrogens have increased. OH remains the same. See the difference between these two? One carbon and yes. So each member of the homologous series increases by one carbon and two hydrogens. Just as alkene, alkene.
So that's also homologous.
That's also homologous. Shall I switch on this one? Please switch it on.
हम ये वाले यही थे
Okay, I will not write the entire series. Now you know how it has to be done. Okay, complete it. Now on page number 66, I want everybody to see there's a small table there. Page 66. Okay. Some functional groups of carbon atoms are given. See this one.
Yes.
Okay. Now these are the various functional groups. Pay attention. The first one is what? It is a halo group. Halo. Halo means what? Halogen. Right? That is like chlorine, bromine, etc. So we usually write it as X. Chloromethane. Okay, bromomethane. That's how we are going to write. Next one is alcohol, which I've already told you. Alcohol, and it is ending in an all. Yeah, it's easy to remember because these are the scientific names, right? Next one is an aldehyde. Did you notice? Did you see in your textbook? What have they given? It's an aldehyde. So it will end in an al. Confusing? All is different. This is al. Okay? Like methanal. And what is the functional group for aldehyde? It is a CHO group. Correct? Next one. We have got a ketone group. You will gradually learn it. Right now when I'm putting it up, it may be a little confusing. One. Did you see that one? Okay. So the ending is always going to be on. Propanone, butanone. Right? So it will be an on. And it will be a functional group like this. A C double bond O. And the last one, of course, is a carboxylic acid. Fifth one. This you know. Carboxylic acid. Like acetic acid. What is the formula for
CH3CO.
Where is
CH3.
CH3COOH. Okay. So you have got a COOH. Now how is it going to be C double bond O OH? This is your carboxylic acid. Did you understand? Just take it down. As I am teaching you, I'll go through all these things once again. I'll keep on giving you plenty of examples. Come on, take down functional groups quickly.
So GP के है ना?
Group. Once you get an idea of how to go about it, it becomes very easy.
Right, it's non-organic compound.
These are not organic compounds. Anything that contains carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen are organic compounds. Okay, so those are the different functional groups. So I don't have you taken it down? Yeah. So in your textbook, you put a tick mark for homologous series. I've given you the definition of homologous series, and you find that each one of the members increases by a factor of CH2. One carbon is increasing and two hydrogens are increasing. What is nomenclature?
No.
Name. Okay, they are the names. Right? Can you see this diagram? Can you see this diagram? I put up something here. How will we name it? First, we are going to see how many carbons. How many carbons? 3. 3 will be what?
Chlorobutane.
Prop.
Yes,
Propane.
it's going to be prop. So we'll write it as prop. Okay, propane है, ठीक है ना? लेकिन यहाँ क्या है? Chlorine. So that means one hydrogen has been substituted by a chlorine group. So propane निकाल दो, and then we'll write it as
Hello.
okay, halo. But we know which halo it is. Which one is it? It is chlorine, right? So we write it as chloropropane. Okay, so what do we write? It is a propane, but there is a chloro group, so it becomes a chloropropane. Got it? Come on, take down this example. Kaushik, got it? Second one. Finished? Okay. Try to do this. I'm giving you one more structure. What is this? How many carbons? First formula you will find out.
3.
Okay, 3 carbons. 3 carbon में क्या आएगा?
Prop.
Prop. Okay. Is it a single bond? Can you see a double bond, triple bond? Why? तो आगे आपका prop. Why?
Propane.
That's sorry. समझो? What will come at the end of all these hydrogens? तो ये हो गया आपका propyne. Okay. Take it down. These such type of questions will be asked in your exams. They will give you propyne. You have to draw structure. Maybe structure is given. You have to label it. Okay. Third one. I'm putting up the third one here. What did I write? Third one. Propanol. So what does it give us?
OH.
OL. OL is there. OL is alcohol. तो कौन सा ग्रुप आना है? OH है. यहाँ क्या है?
Prop 3 का.
Prop is 3 carbon. This is a 3 carbon. So draw 3 carbon with an OH.
Ma'am, can that carbon have a double bond?
No, we are still talking about small compounds. So either it has a double bond or it has. Suppose we talk about a long chain like 30 carbons and all, then it is a possibility. Yes.
So in that propanol, you are saying
Up to 10, there is no such conclusion. For 10 standard, no conclusion. Clear? Done? Very good. Bolo.
C3.
How many carbons?
3.
3 carbons आ गया. यहाँ क्या आएगा? OH आएगा. And then what will come here?
hydrogens.
All hydrogens. So like this. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay. C3 H7OH. Did you understand? That is propanol. Why it is all? Because it's an alcohol. Next one. Okay. I've given you functional groups. Acid, carboxylic acid. कौन सा है? What is the group saying? COH has to come. Prop means what? Again, it is a 3 carbon. One is already here. Second one is here. Third one is here. Okay. So first draw what is known as a skeleton. This is the skeleton, and then we fill in all the other hydrogens. Correct? Did you understand why I have drawn like this? First, you recognize that it is an acid. An acid should have COH group. Okay. Prop tells us how many carbon atoms are present. So because it's prop, it is 3 carbon. One is already here, 2, 3. Okay, and then
C2H5COH.
C2H5COH. C2H5COH. Very good. That's good. So C2H5COH. That's your propanoic acid. Understood, no? So I'm just using only those 3 carbons and giving you different variations. Did you get it? Yes. Next one.
Acetic acid is ethanoic acid.
Yes, very good. Got it? Acetic acid में क्या बोला आपने? CH3COOH. So we know that there is an OH. So it is an oic. Right? How many carbons? 1 and 2. 2 carbons को क्या होगा?
1 carbon.
2. Total number of carbons. 1 and 2. How many? What do you say for 2 carbon? So it is ethanoic acid. This is acetic acid is your common name. Okay. The scientific name is ethanoic acid. Ethanoic acid. Take down this also. Acetic acid is also known as ethanoic acid. This is the common name. How will you draw the structure? Show me. Based on this, something like this. Okay. So we have got only 2 carbons. Correct? Harshit, you're looking so dull today. What happened? Got it? You're understanding, no? What I'm doing? Yeah. Correct. Can you show the COH properly? Expand that further. Yes, correct. That is correct. अभी ये look. I'm asking you to draw this. ये लिखा है मैंने. Structure नहीं लिखा. This is molecular formula. Structural formula आपको draw करना पड़ेगा. So how will you draw? COOH is already there, and this CH3COOH. Okay. Now, in your textbook, if you look at the functional group, the green table. This is on page number 66. How are they showing the COH? I am showing you now here. Look at the board, everyone. This COH, how will you draw? Is this way. These three carbons, C double bond O, OH. This is your COH. Did you
Now
understand?
can't we directly write COH?
Many times it is possible when they are asking you about the functional group, it is better you write it also. Okay, so just below that you write down this also. So you know how that COH is actually arranged. C double bond O and OH.
So it should be like this.
Yes. Yes, correct. Easy? Yes? Yeah. Got it? No. Take down another one. Ready? Okay. How will you write? This was one,
No.
4, 5.
ये propanol already.
Propanol is it.
What is this now?
R.
Al. This is what? All. That is alcohol. Aldehyde.
Alcohol.
Aldehyde. Very good. Aldehyde ending with what? CHO. So you know the moment you are seeing Al, you know it is aldehyde and it must have a CHO. Now prop. Prop is how much? 3 carbon. Okay. So this is 3 carbon. So we have 1 here, 2 and 3. So that becomes propanol. Got it? So again here I'll put all these.
Not like this.
So what will it be? Okay. So this CHO, you can also show it properly by writing down like this. C. That is your CHO. Can you see that carbon has got 4 valencies? Double bond, single bond. So there are 4 valencies for carbon. And of course, this will be the same. Same diagram. Did you notice it is the same diagram?
Now the ketone we had.
I think C double bond O is ketone. Is that okay?
Yes.
Clear? Right? So every day I just give you for practice 5 structures. I do it on the board so that you are comfortable with it. Okay? So today what all have we learned? Alcohols, aldehyde, ketones, carboxylic acids, and what else? And of course, halogens. Halogen is what? Chlorine, bromine, the first thing that I told you. Fluoro, bromine, fluoro, propylene, whatever. Okay. Look at table 4.4. Turn the page number 68. Did you see that? The table which is given in pink. See in your textbook, all of you. Are you comfortable now? I've explained to you how it needs to be done. So for all these things, please look at the board. Look at the board. There is something called as a prefix and a suffix. Prefix is pre, that is before. This is prefix. Prefix will be the name which tells you the number of carbon. Okay, so whether it is 2 carbon or 4 carbon. The other part of it, the suffix will tell you about the functional group. Like for example, alkane. Alkane mein kya ho gaya? Suppose I have given you as butane. But will be what? It will tell you about the number of carbon atoms. Ane will tell you what? It is the suffix which will tell you the number of bonds. Are you okay there? Yeah? Okay. Come on. Look at page number 69. Okay. Look at the first question. How many structures can you draw from What are they given? What is the first question?
Pentane. How many structural isomers you can draw for pentane?
Yes. What is the meaning of structural isomer? The formula should be the same, but the structures can. I'm giving you a hint. Everyone, please listen to me. The first one. Pentane, isomer. That means your formula should be the same, but you're allowed to draw different structures. Think in terms of a straight chain, branch chain, okay, but no cyclone. Cyclone is not. We'll have a different formula. Can you do that and come for the next class? Okay? Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Thank you. They want to wear. They want Ichu. सिंगार बनना है सिंगार बनेगा तो सिंगार बनेगा सिंगार नहीं सिंगार बनेगा मेरा सिंगार है तो आ जाएगा ना ये तू बात कर रहा है क्या कर रहा तो जॉब बारिश में बहुत इरिटेट किया अब तक नहीं सुन रहा है